The Spanish anti-doping agency has not penalized athletes caught doping for 5 years. This is reported by the Spanish portal Relebo. From 2017 to 2022, the Spanish anti-doping agency, CELAD, used various methods to avoid disciplinary proceedings against Spanish athletes after positive doping tests. One of these methods was to send case opening documents by mail rather than online. Athletes did not receive the notification in time and then filed a complaint with the sports tribunal and had their case archived due to the violation of the notification deadline. In some cases, the anti-doping investigation simply did not begin. For example, track and field athlete Patrick Chinedu-Ike tested positive for 3 banned substances. Information about this appeared in the online system of the World Anti-Doping Agency, WADA, but the investigation was not launched, and I continued to compete. It is noted that athletes may have been granted therapeutic exemptions on illegal grounds. Also, CELAD may have used public funds to conceal information about positive samples of athletes. Thus, the company controlling the tests took samples using a single contractor, which is prohibited by Spanish law. Yevgeny Plushenko responded to a question about the possible departure of Irina Ushakova or Valery Angelopol from his academy. Figure skater Ushakova announced on social media on Wednesday that her dance pairing with Angelopoulos no longer exists. Their duo formed in November. Angelopol or Ushakova will not leave your team. They have a coach, Linashuk Natalia Vladimirovna, she makes decisions. It is more correct to ask questions to her. You as a manager do not influence this. I influence everything, but the question will have to be put to the coach, said Plushenko Match TV. Russian figure skater Artyom Kovalyev resumed training on ice. Earlier in October, he underwent surgery due to a broken leg, which prevented him from taking part in competitions. In fact, it's such an unforgettable feeling to get on the ice after almost a 3-month break, you just can't imagine. Soon we start working, and it can't help but be happy, Kovalyev wrote in his Telegram channel. Kamila Valieva talked about her preferences on a personal. I communicate with many skaters, but it's only friendly communication. I think it's better and easier than if I started a romantic relationship with any of them. After all, in our environment everyone knows each other well and discusses who is dating whom. Because of such a relationship, there would be more attention and there could be some conflicts, which I don't want. I think it would be better if my young man is not a figure skater, woman hit quoted Valieva as saying. Galyamov said that Boykova and Kozlovsky unsubscribed from him on social networks. Anastasia Messina and Alexander Galyamov won the Russian championships in Chelyabinsk, while Alexandra Boykova and Dmitry Kozlovsky won silver. During Boykova and Kozlovsky's short program Rolling, Galyamov posted 2 gifs to his Telegram feed. Your Telegram feed postings have overshadowed women's singles skating this year. Sounds like thrash talk to me. If it appeals to the fans, makes the public interested, why not? But again, everything has to be done within the bounds of reasonable behavior. Under no circumstances should you hurt anyone. I am not the kind of person who will do anything to get views and likes. There has to be respect, it's above all. I want to address the heroes of my posts at once. If someone was hurt, write in the comments. We will consider each incident separately and in case of what we will talk. Kozlovsky said that it reminds him of an element from Medialaga, does not particularly arouse his interest and so on. Maybe holding a grudge? Anyway, we discussed it in the locker room. Honestly, I don't know, Kozlovsky and I didn't discuss it. Sasha, Boykova, and Dima were subscribed to me in social networks, and then they unsubscribed. If I'm not mistaken, before the World Championships. I don't know what I did to them, but it's very funny, haha. Okay, I don't hold any grudges myself. It's up to each individual. A word for love and a word for prayer. A sword to duel, a sword to fight. Each man chooses his own. So you didn't discuss the situation at this Russian championship at all? No, not at all. But I remember that they asked about my posts and gifts when Nastya and I were skating the short program. Only later I found out about the question itself. Are you sure you don't know if he holds a grudge or not? No. I repeat that I am an open person, I can listen to anyone and come to an understanding in any matter, said Galyamov. Alexander Galyamov spoke about media soccer. Dmitry Kozlovsky joked that all your gifts in your Telegram channel are stories from Medialiga, but it's true. We have a 100% sport, I repeat, there should be a line. You have to think about what to publish. And in Medialiga it is all interestingly realized, it attracts, gives great views and attracts new audience. Often we work out a publication plan ahead of time to be ready, and some things, like a mole in the scoring, for example, come out of the blue. Medialiga can be tougher. Sometimes it's a total crapshoot there, laughs. But this is a completely media story, and we have sports, which can only be diluted with such stories. You can't get first place with bad skating by using some memes. So you can take the best of it and bring it to figure skating? Definitely, why not? Galyamov said that his manager advises him on social networking. At some point it became clear that not all the posts are your own doing. How much does your manager help you? He advises me how to conduct social networks, where and how to take photos. All his advice gives me experience and ideas. I'm grateful that we're doing it this way. It's cool for me, I'm learning and developing in terms of media. The collaborative work that goes with the flow? Yes, I am memorizing all the tips that I will use in future situations. Ekaterina Bobrova spoke about the pair Alena Kostornaya, Georgy Kunitsa. The main thing is that this season does not break them. That's what I'm worried about. If they now say, what the hell do we need it, we will go to make money in the show, and they can do it perfectly well, the main thing is that it did not happen. If they plunge into the mucky work of endless repetitions and will not say a word to each other during training, again, there is some information that it is difficult for them to train emotionally within each other. And Alena is very hot-tempered, and her partner does not put his finger in his mouth, often finds a scythe on a stone. They have to bite the bullet and plow. Just plow day and night. And in this case, they can become an outstanding couple. They have the technique of difficult jumps, Lutz, flip, Bobrova said in the podcast Skate Walk.